Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I am Sarah and I do what's for dinner and cooking type videos and grocery hauls every week. Today I've got 5 delicious Instant Pot recipes for you and I can't wait to show you. First is a crack ranch chicken pasta that I discovered as soon as I got my pressure cooker actually, and I've been making it for my family ever since. We all love it. You're going to start by dicing up cubing up more like 2 large chicken breasts and putting them in your Instant Pot after it has been heating up with a little bit of oil, and you're going to top it with a packet of ranch. And then you're going to just kind of sear it, make sure it doesn't stick, because it's going to want to stick. It doesn't have to be cooked all the way through, just make sure it's good and seared. Then 3 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of water, followed by a box of penne noodles, and then you're going to cover your Instant Pot and cook it for 4 minutes, high pressure. You're going to do a quick release, and then I always kind of just stir it around a little bit. That ranch seasoning makes a mess all over the pot and the lid. Anyway, you're going to then put in either some freshly crumbled bacon or bacon bits like I did, a whole block of cream cheese, and mix it up really well until it's pretty much all incorporated. And then you're going to add in 2 cups of whatever cheese you want, mix it up and let it sit for a minute, and then it is ready. It's so quick and so easy and so good. And as a reminder, I will have the links to all the recipes I made down below in the description. Next, I have a Salsa Verde chicken that you can either use for nachos, tacos, quesadillas, whatever you want. You're going to start by putting a little bit of oil in your Instant Pot, dicing up an onion and sauteing it, and then you're going to add a seasoning mixture of equal parts, 1 teaspoon each, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and dried oregano. And you're going to saute that up and then put in a 1.5 cups of salsa verde, 2 to 3 chicken breasts, and then you're going to cover your pressure cooker and cook it for 20 minutes. Once your 20 minutes is up, you are going to perform a quick release and then just shred it up and do whatever you want with it. I made burritos this night for my husband because that is what he prefers. And now I'm going to make a Mississippi mud roast. You're going to start by heating up a 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of canola oil and putting in your roast. Just be sure to it's going to want to stick, so just move it around until it doesn't anymore, and you're going to sear all different sides. My roast was just under 2 pounds. It was the only one I could find. It wasn't very big. Once you have your roast all seared, you're going to remove it from the pot and toss in a diced up onion. You're going to mix it all around until it is translucent, and then you're going to add in however much minced garlic you want. And next you're going to either add in a 1.5 cups of beef broth, or I had some of the beef bouillon, so I just added in a 1.5 cups of water and a teaspoon of the beef bouillon paste and whisked it up, and then a packet of the au jus gravy, a packet of ranch or 2 tablespoons if you have the container, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Once you have that whisked up a little bit, you're going to add in all the juice from a jar of banana peppers, about 3/4 of the jar of the actual peppers, and then you're going to put your roast back in and top it with 1/2 stick of butter. If you have a 2.5 to 3 pound roast, which is what most seem to be, you're going to cook it for 60 minutes, high pressure, and then you're going to perform a natural release for 20 minutes. With my roast being small, I overcooked it, so I would probably do about 45 minutes if you have one that's 2 pounds or less. And while my roast was cooking, I made some ranch potatoes in my air fryer, I just started out by dicing up about 10 to 12 small to medium red potatoes, and I'm drizzling it with olive oil, a packet of ranch seasoning, and salt and pepper. Then you're going to make sure everything is good and coated, and I have preheated my air fryer to 375. This was 2 batches for me. My air fryer is pretty small, but you're going to cook it for 30 minutes and kind of take it out and toss it around about every 10 just to make sure they're evenly cooked. It takes probably about an hour with a batch like this, but that's how long it takes in the oven for something like this also. And I just think they are crispier in the air fryer. We like them a lot better. I forgot to record it, but once my roast was ready, I took it out and then I made a cornstarch slurry with equal parts cornstarch and water. Brought the juices in there to a simmer and then slowly poured it in and whisked it up and made the gravy a lot thicker. And then cut up the meat and poured the gravy over it and heated up some broccoli and made some cheese sauce. And this was dinner this night. It was a hit. All of it was gone. I think there was a tiny bit of meat left for my husband the next day for lunch, but that was it. And now I'm going to make a creamy chicken pasta. I had my daughter over here stirring up my onions because I was cutting up the chicken and I thought they were going to burn. But you're going to start by dicing up an onion and throwing it in your Instant Pot and sauteing it up for a couple minutes, and then put in, I think it was like a 1.5 chicken breast I put in there that I diced up. You're going to top that with garlic, salt, and pepper. And then you're going to put in a whole jar of marinara and then a box, whatever, of rigatoni. Then you're going to cover it pretty much almost all the way with water. You at least need to make sure it is coated. And then you're going to cook it on high pressure for 5 minutes. You're going to perform a quick release, and then you're going to toss in about a cup, half a cup to a cup of Parmesan cheese, 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, and you're going to stir it all together really well, and you're going to let it sit. It will thicken up. This was so good, and I made some homemade avocado ranch dressing too for a side salad, and I will link that below. My daughter actually was in there spooning up the sauce that was left over with that. No leftovers. And last but not least, I'm making sloppy joes in the Instant Pot. I am following Jeffrey's recipe over at Pressure Luck. I love his stuff. If you've never checked him out, he's pretty awesome and has an awesome channel too. But you're going to start by dicing up an onion, and then you're going to throw in your meat. He actually, of course, it calls for hamburger meat, but I had some turkey that I needed to use, so I threw that in there. And then you're going to put in your minced garlic, a little bit of liquid smoke, seasoned salt, and a can of diced tomatoes. And then you're going to cook that for 6 minutes at high pressure, followed by a quick release. Exact measurements will be in his recipe that I show you, but once that is done, you're going to mix in barbecue sauce, ketchup, hoisin sauce, Dijon mustard, and a can of tomato paste, and also a tablespoon of the chili better than bouillon. And I forgot to tell you about the half a cup of beef broth you're also going to put in there before you pressure cook it. But once you add in all those ingredients, you're just going to mix it up. And then I just put it on those Hawaiian sliders this day because it was actually a lunch that I made. And you'll see the plate that was for my kid because it had some oranges on it too. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.